ML Sports Take brought to you by Welch and Company Jewelers and Stanley Law Offices. So the Buffalo Bills have promoted Joe Brady from OC to HC, and the immediate reaction is, oh my God, they're never going to a Super Bowl. They're not this, they're not that, and da-da-da. I don't love it. It was a chance for the Bills to be bold, to be brave, to go bring somebody outside the organization, somebody with a new jolt, a new perspective. Clint Kubiak is a hot name, maybe a Davis Webb, Josh Allen's buddy. Allen was privy to everything. He was in all these meetings. But what if Brandon Beane thinks that all of these big offensive gurus and the next big offensive mind is right inside the building? What if we don't know a lot about Sean McDermott's tenure at the end with Joe Brady? Did he butt heads with Joe Brady and we don't know it like he did with Brian Daboll? Did he hold back the offense to the point where he said, you got to keep running James Cook, and Joe Brady said, I kind of want to have it go through Josh Allen? We don't know. All those wide receiver screens, we don't know. Did some come from McDermott? The everybody eats thing certainly came a lot from Sean McDermott. He had to have the trench warfare. He had to have James Cook. He had to have more of a ground and pound while his defense continues to give up 30 points time in and time out in the postseason. Say what you will about the 5 turnovers against the Denver Broncos. Say what you will about how poorly Josh Allen played and James Cook fumbled and Josh Allen turned it over 5 million times. But the defense, they can't get off the field on third down in the playoffs, mostly. Did they get countless stops to the point where Allen had the ball last? Of course. Does all this stuff fold in together? Absolutely. Offense helps defense. Defense helps offense. It's a team game until it's not, and it's not until it is. Josh Allen, it's about the QB until it isn't, and it isn't until it is. Drake May under 100 yards in an AFC title game gets to a Super Bowl. Look at what's around him. Look at the development. Look at the head coach. Look at the offensive coordinator. Look at the defense that carried him. 26 points given up in the entire 3 games. You played Herbert, C.J. Stroud, and you played Jarrett Stidham. Listen, Josh Allen was not great against the Denver Broncos. But what if there's more there? What if there's more to unleash? What if there's more that we don't know? We have to see. I think everybody deserves a chance before they succeed, before they fail. Joe Brady's included in that group. And what if, going back to Carolina, when he was a hot commodity and he worked at LSU, what happens if Brandon Beane was kind of like, I would love this guy to coach our team, but McDermott's in the way? We don't know right now, and he's an offensive guy. So for all the Bills fans screaming and yelling out there, and again, I don't know if this is great or bad, and again, I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. He's an offensive guy. You wanted to hire an offensive guy, whether it was Davis Webb or Clint Kubiak or Brian Daboll boomeranging back to town. He's an offensive guy. So you have that going for you. He's inside the building. The culture knows everything. Will he coach Josh Allen hard? You hope so. But there also could have been something in the interview room that there could have been something where, they said, hey, what if we bring somebody in as OC? Can you work with this person? And there was a feeling that they couldn't work together or that Beane didn't want to bring in someone. And he said, Joe Brady's our guy. They went out and interviewed everybody. Maybe nobody really impressed them that much. And maybe they do love Joe Brady. Maybe he is the guy they think is going to be the next offensive whiz kid in the NFL who's been biding his time for all these years, and he got wrongly fired in Carolina. He got rightly promoted in Buffalo. Now Josh Allen's picked his guys before. Ken Dorsey didn't really work out. There's been some other times, but maybe this was the best direction for them to go. There's positives, there's negatives before he comes in as a head coach. We don't know how he's going to handle the CEO stuff. But, we have to get on the roller coaster and ride it to see if he can do this thing. Everybody deserves a chance until they succeed or fail. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but there's not as much hate as there should be. Let's let this thing hang, right? Or there's not as much, I guess I said that wrong. There's not as much, let's give this a chance right now, as there is hate, right? I mean, there's more people who are just killing this thing no matter what. Let's just see what happens. All I know is the Patriots are in the Super Bowl, and the Bills better get right quick. ML Sports Take brought to you by our good friends at Batavia Downs Gaming, Western OTB, and Bonnet Sales and Service. If your garage door fails, call Bonnet Sales and Service, Route 11 in Central Square. Installation, service, and more at bonnetsalesandservice.com. They can handle your doors, commercial and personal, with awesome team members, tremendous office staff. They're there ready to help. The official garage door company of the Platter, Bonnet Sales and Service, bonnetsalesandservice.com. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.